Oh, I mean, I'll start with the scrimmage. Scrimmage went well. I thought we traveled well. I thought we performed well. I think we've kept our kids from getting overly sick. I don't think that's a huge issue, at least right now, but that could change when I get back to the office. As far as all the other things are concerned, I think the main thing you have to be this year is very flexible. You have to plan for added depth, which kind of, I mean, I think we do that anyway. We're a team that plays a lot of kids. So I think that's could be an advantage for us if we use it. But I think you have to be very, very flexible this year. And kind of roll with the punches. You know you're going to have some kids out that normally wouldn't be out. You're going to have some kids at quarantine for 2 weeks that you're going to have to make adjustments for. But, we get paid for this.
Outside of COVID, what's been like the greatest challenge?
Well, I mean, the greatest challenge probably, and I can go way back to whenever we left school in March, was despondency. I mean, when we're in the middle of the quarantine, I think for my own personal self was just being despondent. I mean, it was just difficult to think we're ever going to get back with the kids. Now, once we've gotten back with the kids, I think it's just the normal challenges. Throw in the virus and things like that. We've had to make some protocol changes, but keeping kids enthusiastic every day and making sure we're executing, making sure the focus is there in practice. Those things are normal challenges.
Have you kind of seen maybe a sort of release of some sort of pent-up emotion and sort of, that sort of thing that's kind of worked for kids' advantage that maybe you wouldn't see as much sort of see it?
I think the excitement, if that's what, I mean, there's a lot of excitement. I think the kids are, by and large, excited to get back to something normal, or as normal as it can possibly be, and to fall into some sort of routine. I think if we were not doing this, our students would really miss this. So I think there is that excitement, and hopefully it translates into at least great effort. The level of football may be a little bit different just because practices are disrupted more than they normally are, but I think the intensity could be just the same.
Two-part question. Mm-hmm. Because Joseph was such a big part of the offense, how difficult is it to replace the production that you got a quarterback from him, and then how much easier does Darius Sanders and Major Everhart help ease that transition for a new quarterback?
Well, anytime you're going to replace your quarterback, it's difficult. And Joseph had, he was a 29-game quarterback for us, so there's some difficulty with that. Around the house, it hadn't changed a lot. He never did a whole lot around the house anyway. So from that standpoint, it's been fairly easy. But and then to have Darius and Major and all the slots and the places around it helps. But in the same instances, Joseph did a nice job for 29 games. But we have other quarterbacks. We have quarterbacks that are ready to step into that, and they just don't have the experience Joseph has. But I think they can operate the same way that Joseph has.
Ken, even though you're moving into 5A, you decided to stick with a 6A non-district schedule.
Right.
Open with Abilene, obviously.
Right.
Talk on that.
Well, one, it was easier probably to find those games just because there's not a ton of options for us. And two, we want to maintain the same level of football that we've played. Not that the level's going to be lesser in a 5A, but just that we want to continue to play really good opponents. We want to play opponents that can challenge us all through the system from the 9th grade on up, and teams and programs that we're definitely going to get enough games that our kids get playing time.
I hear this Rebs team is fast. How fast?
Well, I think we look pretty fast. We looked fast on Friday, and but we were really fresh, and that was exciting. But we have kind of one maybe added benefit of having these different protocols is we're probably not practicing as long as we used to because we want our kids rested. We don't want a kid to be run down and go, and maybe more susceptible to the virus. But so I thought we were pretty fresh on Friday.
Is there anyone new or anyone that you're looking forward to seeing actually play after seeing them in practices for so long?
Oh, there's so many. It's really hard to say. I think our two quarterbacks, Ryan Barnett and BT Daniel, are doing a great job. But I could go on and on about new kids that we have. And, again, we're a team that plays a lot of players, really on both sides of the football. And we have so many kids that I think are going to develop. And I think as we go into these and get further, I think there'll be some names that stand out. But right now, it's very, very open on how many kids I could talk about because there's just a lot of them I'm really impressed with.
Is it a matter everyone's going to get pretty much kind of a chance? You're still looking maybe 2-3 positions where you're looking at least depth?
Oh, yeah. I mean,